This is Rich here with Fundacion.
La Fundacion.
There you go.
Fundacion.
There it is.
It took me a while to learn it. All my Spanish friends was laughing like, Rich, you're not saying it right.
All right, so let's talk about how you got started with the breeding, and then we'll continue on with that.
Well, I kind of fell into breeding. This was not my plan, like, at all. I had a corporate job. I was in the corporate world, and I was in Presas 16 years ago when I got my first Presa, and I decided to get back into the breed. And I looked around trying to decide who I was going to buy a dog from with kennels. I called around and I would ask certain things as far as health testing on the dog. Because that's what happened to my previous Presa. The dog had hip dysplasia, so I spent a lot of money for the dog, ear crop shots, dog food. The breeder bought the dog back, but I still lost all the additional money. And as I was asking people or breeders, do you do these different health tests? The answer was no.
Okay.
So I got frustrated, and I travel a lot anyway. So I figured I would see what we have available where the dog came from in the Canary Islands. And I contacted some breeders there, and they did some health tests on their dogs, with hips and elbows, and I bought one dog, fell in love with the dog, and bought another dog, and decided, well, being nobody here is really doing it, as a whole, I'm gonna do it to offer what I want from a Presa Canario. That's how I got back into the breeding dogs.
So you really wanted to focus on the health testing. You also wanted to focus on actually going to the source for the breed. Can you talk about your adventures as far as going to the Canary Islands and seeking out how were they receptive to you? Were they standoffish? You can kind of talk on a little bit, speak a little bit about that as far as how that went.
Yeah, you know, it was very interesting because I was totally embraced. I was embraced. I went as a student because I didn't know. You see the stuff on the internet, you read the stuff on the internet, you see the stuff in the books, but to actually be with someone that's been breeding this breed of dogs their entire life, and their father did it and their grandfather bred the same dog, you learn so much more about the breed that you don't learn from the internet and books. So I was received very well, and it's a humbling experience. Because you understand how much of the culture the dog is to the Canarians. It's not just a dog. This is a part of the legislation. Like here, like I'm from Virginia, so we had the cardinal as our state bird. Like the Presa Canario is the dog of the country. Like that's the way it is. So they embraced me open arms. So it was awesome.
Okay, cool. And then how many times have you been to the Canary Islands?
You know,
or in Spain? I think you kind of bounced around too.
Yes. I went to the Canary Islands first. Then I shot over a different trip to Serbia, and I purchased 2 dogs from Serbia. Then I've been back to the Canary Islands 3 more times, and I even attended a Presa Canario dog show there, which is very interesting to see a lot of the dogs all together. You can see the different structures, the different temperaments, talk to all the breeders all in one area, so that was very informational.
Okay. And so then you started, so then you went from there, and you started building your stock as far as your dogs. What were you kind of looking for as far as in building your program? What were you looking for?
You know, I like the muscular, athletic, drivey dog. I like the crazy dog. But I like the crazy dog that's mentally stable. So you can walk up to the dog and pet the dog, and the dog is fine. But if I said something to the dog and I could turn him on the same breath. So drivey dog, mentally stable, and the structure has to be correct. So Presa Canario should be long in body, not short like a pit bull look. The bone structure should be thick, not like a pit bull look. So I look for character first, movement, structure. The health of the dog is very important. So the hip and elbow test has to be done. Movement has to be good, proper bite. I mean, I try to look at the dog as a whole, but character movement, structure, they're my first 3 things I look for, and I build from that point on what I select for my dogs.
Okay, cool. And so this is part of an ongoing process for you selecting the proper dog for the program. Obviously, he's not a he's not a psychic, so therefore not every dog is going to be absolutely perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect dog, as we all know. So it's an ongoing process for you as far as selecting dogs, maybe moving dogs out, you know what I'm saying? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, you know, it becomes emotional, because if you actually care about the dog and you're not just getting dogs to breed, you become attached to the dog. And it's been a couple of dogs that I purchased that didn't fit the program.
Right.
And then when you invest thousands of dollars flying there, bringing a dog, buying a dog, and the dog starts to develop and get around 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 months old, and you're like, that's not what I'm breeding for.
Right.
And it's a good looking dog, don't get me wrong, it's a nice quality dog, but it doesn't fit what I'm trying to produce.
Okay.
So to kind of let those dogs go, I have a rehoming program where military vets with PTSD, I'll donate a dog to them. I'll train the dog, get the dog obedience trained for them, because that's what I actually do, is train dogs. And I'll donate the dog to them, or battered women that's been in physical abusive relationships.
Okay, good.
So I'll take those same dogs and rehome with either or to make sure the dog's in a good situation, and that actually the dog is beneficial for someone else.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Because that's important, because, you know, and like anything, you can't be a psychic. You can't know how a dog's going to develop from a puppy. Because dogs change, they grow, temperaments change. And one thing about the Presa is that people have to take, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, is what I tell people. Because what you got today, it might not be what you got tomorrow. So you have to kind of be planned and prepared to kind of ride the dog out and see how it kind of develops as far as physically, temperamental wise. You know, it takes a lot of time to really see exactly what you got. And sometimes, you know, some show sooner than later, some are late bloomers. So, you know, the Presa is not one of those breeds you're gonna get instant gratification.
And you know, for me, just being a student and knowing that the dog doesn't fully mature and develop till 3 years old, I personally don't like to turn my dogs on into the major bite work at young ages. Time with the dog, let the dog mentally and emotionally develop and physically develop before I decide to do any type of bite work or put pressure, like major pressure on.
Right. So, okay, so you do the dog breeding. That's one facet of La Fundacion. The other aspect is the dog training. Mm-hmm. When did you start dog training? What made you get into it? You can speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, you know, that's actually a very interesting story. People come to my property and think that I make a lot of money training dogs, when that's not the case. I train dogs because I love it. I was in the corporate world for 10 years and kind of got burnt out from it. So I have a friend of mine that's been my mentor, and she was like, hey, train dogs. You already have dogs. You've been having dogs your whole life. Your dogs are well trained yourself. Come to school, which I did for 3 months, Monday through Friday, every day.
Right.
And I went there to learn how to train all different breeds of dogs with basic obedience, advanced obedience, bite work, imprinting, and some scent work dogs. Like, I worked on different breeds to understand each dog's personality and characteristics. So I started training dogs by accident.
Nice.
Just needed something to do in life. Like, I was over 40, so it's like, what do I want to do?
Right.
So I fell into that.
And it also kind of goes hand in hand with the breeding, because now you could also supply the dog. You can also help them out with the training if need be. And also you have the understanding too.
Yeah, that's actually, for this breed, that's actually important because of the capabilities of the dog.
Right.
And when I sell a dog, that's something that's required by me as a breeder, because I think that's the right thing to do. I can't put this dog that I know is heavy loaded and it has a lot of power and capability to do things that's damaging. So I make my owners commit to getting the dog trained. If they can't do it themselves, get it professionally trained, whether I do it or someone else does it.
Nice, nice.
So that's the part of the program.
So that's key. So it's not like they have to buy from you as far as the train. They can they can go to whoever they want to.
Correct.
But as far as the requirements, that the dog needs some type of foundation put on it. We just stay with the word foundation. We need that foundation put on the dog once you purchase the dog, and that's for the safety and security of not only the person, the dog, and also it helps with you know, from bad things happening from undisciplined, untrained dogs.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that falls back on my program. Right. So if I know I plan on doing this for 10, 15, 20 years, and I have this dog that I know what the capabilities are, and I put it in John Doe hands that's maybe a first-time dominant dog breed owner, and that dog starts dominating him and does something and bites somebody, then that's on the news and it comes back to my. So I do the right thing, and I hold my owners responsible for that, and it's part of my contractual agreement with them.
Yeah, that's dope. As far as feed, I know you got a feeding program as well. We want to touch on that. You don't feed your dogs kibble. He actually has a food business that he's going to be, a raw food business. I'm going to let you touch on that.
You know, again, I've been a lifelong athlete. So nutrition, health, working out, conditioning was something that was always important to me. And I started off feeding the dogs kibble. And I was wondering why the dog pooped so much. I'm like, man, I'm tired of cleaning up all this crap. Like, good God, like I want to do it, but it's just too much crap. And I started researching kibble versus raw feeding. And the benefits, even from performance-wise alone, not even talking about health benefits, was drastic. So I started off by like going to Walmart, buying grounded beef and liver and all the pieces of the cows and making the mix myself. And I happened to be complaining to one of my buddies, because at this point I think I had 5 dogs. I'm like, man, it's too much, a lot of work, it costs a lot of money, but I wanted to do it. And he was like, hey, have you ever thought about buying it pre-made or having a company manufacture it for us? So 2 years later, that's what we are. We actually have a company that manufactures our dog food. They have the capabilities of doing over 800,000 pounds a year. I started off with 300 pounds for myself. Now monthly, if I'm not getting 6,000 to 7,000 pounds, I don't even do it. So yeah, actually currently on the property right now, I probably have 15,000 to 20,000 pounds of raw dog food here. So a lot of local people come by and pick it up. Now we have an online store where you can actually go online to raw food near me and purchase the raw dog food, have it shipped to your door.
Is that the name of the website, or? Yeah,
the name of the website is Raw Food Near Me. The name of the website is The Fundacion Raw. So you can Google The Fundacion Raw to pop up. You want to order some raw dog food to come right to your house, whether it's 15 pounds or 30 pounds, and it comes in increments. So I want everybody else to be able to afford to feed their dog raw, have it easy for them, and make it convenient.
Yeah, he was nice enough to let my boy Showing Up get the raw, and it does make it, not to say like he changed them, but what I'm saying as far as the pooping goes, right? So you used to shit like 3 or 4 or 5 times, but with that raw, I mean, he kicked the bowl over, a nice, big, hefty dose of raw, and man, not only did he tear it up, but you know, there's not a lot of shit coming out that ass, so it makes it a lot easier, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like you said, when you got a program with this many dogs, and yeah, the waste part of it would be crazy.
If there was a way to make money off of dog poop, I'd be rich.
Man, there's gotta be.
It's a lot.
There's gotta be a way to make that methane. I get my man out there in Boston was talking about that. I was like, turning the dog poop into methane, but
man,
you know, I don't know. That's above my mental pay grade. But so we have the raw, we have the training, and you have the dogs. So how long you been doing this so far as the whole operation? Actually, the operation is still
building.
Yeah, it's still building. Because he has a whelping. We're going to show that too. I'm going to show the whelping area is actually under construction. He's got a nice 2-bay whelping
whelping barn.
Whelping barn. Yep. And then there's a kennel behind the whelping barn. He's having dog houses built. It's really. I kind of caught my man off guard a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for this.
I was so none of this is really staged as far as like clean up the whole house and did it.
Yeah.
Like this is a working kennel that's actually working right now. So, like I said, I didn't give him like.
I mean, I'm in boots. And
yeah.
Dirty
You know what I'm saying? So I like to just pull up on folks. It's not a gotcha type of moment. I'm not trying to do that, but you know, I want people to see a real working kennel. motherfuckers is actually really working. The shit is really being developed. You know, stuff. This is where he lives. This is a business, so things aren't all perfect. Kennels are kept up.
And that, you said a key word. Like, this is a business. It's not a hustle.
Right.
Like, this is all I do. Like, this is not a hustle. Like, I treat it like a business. I came from the corporate world. I take care of my clients. I take care of my dogs. Like, this is not a hustle. This is all I do is breed dogs, train dogs, buy dogs. I do dog shit all day long. That's all I do. It's a business.
Nah, he does. I've been here for like a week. I've been here for a week, so I got embedded to it. I seen how he trains. I seen the full operation as far as from the rooter to the tutor, and I think for anybody that wants to get off into this breeding world,
proceed with caution.
If you think it's easy, because I was one of those guys like, oh, it's easy. Nah, it ain't easy. You need to staff.
And the money isn't what you think it is if you do it the right way, which is reinvesting into the dog, into your program, to have a nice facility. Not saying mine is the nicest in the world, but I took the time to build a facility. I don't have the dogs on the dirt and chains and stuff, so I create a nice environment. So if you're doing the right things, there's not a lot of money in it. I mean, I do it because I love it.
Especially if you don't have a lot of upfront money. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, if you was a multi-millionaire, it'd be different. He could just call in all the goddamn workers and have them and build it all up. But majority of us ain't got it like that. So that means, like he says, he has to sell, train, reinvest, develop. So things are being built as we go along. You know, you can't see the guy, but there's a guy back there, one of his staff that's on site here, that actually lives on site and is constantly helping. So there's a team. You know, he has a small team. Also, I guess, I don't know, I don't speak for him, but if you're in the Louisiana area, if you're a college student, if you're, whatever, you want to come and get the understanding of working in dogs. If you don't want to just go work at the vet, you can contact him.
It's a real experience.
You can really see what it's like and get a feel for it as far as the whole breeding and interacting with dogs. But the man also does, we're not going to only plug the dog stuff, he also does fishing. You do
jet ski fishing.
Jet ski fishing. We went on jet skis yesterday. Had a blast. We didn't do any fishing, but we went out there. It's dope. It's kind of the off season right now as far as all people in the boats and all that, but it was a very dope time. So if you need some chartering, you come down. You get a whole experience. You come down, you can buy your dog. You talk to my man. He go take you out fishing.
Take you in the swamp, take you fishing. Four-wheeling, dirt bikes, shoot guns in the backyard. Like, it's country shit back here. It's country.
There's a range back there. If you have an RV, you need to bring an RV down there. You got a tie-up back there.
Set up.
He also got access to my man's back here. Got a little pond back there. It's quite the experience. So if you come down here, you buy a puppy. You come down, you can get some training. You can hang out with them. Contact them, give them a heads up, and really just enjoy somebody, take you around to the town. I've been to a number of restaurants, and he's really busy. I've been taking myself.
But I don't have time. I'm up at 4 o'clock and go to sleep at 10. Like, it don't stop.
No, so I kind of took myself around. So there's good places to eat here in he's in Tickfall, but in Hammond there's good places to eat. It's quite the experience. So come down there, contact Rich. Check out his dogs. If he doesn't have what you want, he's not gonna bullshit. He's not gonna bull crap you. He's not gonna tell you this, that. He ain't gonna sell you a pipe dream. He's gonna try to get you what you want so that you be happy.
And look, no offense, but I don't sell dogs to everybody. Like, I have a guideline that I go by to make sure I'm rehoming my dogs in the right home. I don't need to sell the dogs. Like, I'll keep them before I put a dog in a bad situation. So don't think just because you call me, I'm gonna sell you a dog. That's not how it works here. Like, I'm not desperate. I keep the dogs. I can afford to feed them. I can afford to take care of them. But the dogs have to be in the right situation, and I'm not setting my potential client up or my kennel up to look bad. That's not the goal.
All right, cool. Hey, I thank you. Hey, thanks, Rick, for hosting me for the past almost a week, and it's been an absolute pleasure. He's a stand-up guy. I'm not gonna give too much fluff because y'all.
But you already know what it is.
All right.
Get you a Presa.
All right, we're here in the training room, training facility.
This is the indoor facility. I have 6 custom-made kennels. And the cool part about having so many dogs and working, it needs to be efficient. So all the kennels have drains in the back that connects to the septic line so it runs out. Clean the water bowls every day. Keep the dogs separated, no fighting between them. My client dogs are here, and then some of my own personal dogs. Everybody knows Greedy and Jackie. And then for conditioning, Jamar, I use the treadmills a lot. Put the dogs on the treadmills for maybe 60 minutes.
Okay.
Let them go. Then I have all my bike sleeves, pillows, all in here to train the dogs.
Gotcha.
A lot of people don't know what these are, but these are dopamine boxes.
Okay.
So if you have a dog with confidence issues, it's a good thing for our focus and building their confidence up to have a dopamine box. Scent boxes. Right here, you'll see, this is what I use because I like to do confirmation shows. This is what I use to train the dogs on for confirmation, for stacking. Okay. So I have this right here, and I also have these custom made ones where I have the kennel name and everything on the side of it. But a friend of mine custom made these stacking blocks, so I use both of them.
Nice.
And then of course, a lot of my dogs, if not all of them, have their own customized collars.
Okay.
They have collars for the kennels. Like keep all this shit right here.
Nice.
I mean, I spend money on the dogs, it ain't for me. And right here you have, a lot of people know what these are, but this is a wobble board.
Okay.
So it keeps the dog focused and attention. When you train a dog, you play around the thing to keep the dog balanced. And the goal is to get the dog all 4 of the feet. Paws on it, nice. and keeps the stability.
Okay.
This is my little board. I know what dogs I have here on the property. I actually have more than this up here right now. And I got to update this. Scale, which...
Wait, hold on a second. We got a scale.
Yeah.
Because some of y'all be lying about these weights. So we got a scale here.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
This is my deal. And then I got a full bathroom up here where I use this for the dogs. I wash the dogs in the bathroom. Do the baths and stuff in here, so I ain't gotta do it outside in the cold.
Yeah.
But something simple. Then I got my little customer lounge area here, folks.
Once again, this is a working kennel. This is a stage. So, you know, there's things that are not
gonna... I almost just said, no, you can't come here tomorrow. I almost told him that.
All right. Let's go ahead.
All right, and again, this is under construction. But this is gonna be my whelping barn where I can have 3 different dogs, puppies and litter at the same time. Each area will be gated off. So this one is almost done and completed. And over here you can see TV inside here, AC and heat to control the temperature. Real simple, but it has to be comfortable. Putting like a little recliner bed in here so I can sleep in here, or whoever's whelping the puppies want me to sleep in here. So you need it to feel like home, but this is where we whelp puppies.
Where would you put the bed at?
Right here is gonna be like an empty space. So
okay,
I'm gonna put something here, a cot or something to sleep on.
Okay. And so you're gonna have cameras in here?
Oh yeah, we have cameras already set up. Well, they were set up. The construction guys probably moving them. But each kennel will have dual cameras on it, so we can see if we need to step out for any moment to make sure that the mom isn't hurting or stepping on the puppy or laying on them.
Once again, it's under construction, but this is gonna be the future. You got this motherfucker nice.
We're getting there.
We got the LED lights gonna be up there. It's gonna look nice. It's gonna be set. Natural light. It's gonna be dope.
And also, we actually have regular lights on the top too.
Yeah.
So it actually does light up. We do all the puppy pictures and videos and all the shit in here, so we're getting there. A lot more work to do, but it's coming, so stay tuned. Each dog 5x10 space, Corona beds, fresh water bowls,
I like these little motherfuckers, man. These little motherfuckers. You motherfucker, you little motherfucker, you.
Actually, you can see raw dog food.
Nice.
Prepping up for this evening to feed the dogs.
It was frozen out, the frost in it before they feed them tonight.
So, I travel a lot with the dogs. I do dog shows. Not everybody's into that. They think it's for soft dogs, but I do it. And this is how I travel with the dogs, so y'all can take a look. I'm gonna cut this light switch on so we can see. But again, custom-made cages, so I can travel with 4 dogs easy. So they'll hold a 150-pound dog, 160-pound dog. So I have 4 total. And the cool thing about them, man, I mean, they're on a lock and key. So if you wanted to take these inside a dog show and put them on wheels, you can. They're stackable. So it makes it easy and convenient for when I'm traveling with dogs. So dogs not fighting and crate fighting. They completely separated.
Nice, that's dope. So you can take 4, obviously the AC. This is a big ass RV, as y'all can see. This ain't no little shit.
Nah.
So he got a full shower, full this, that, and the other.
Yeah, shower, kitchen. It's like a house on wheels. Refrigerator, microwave, stove. Like, this is what we do.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. So I'll get this back on the
Man, look at the eggs, man. The fucking chicken, man, they're laying on the goddamn egg. But like I said, I just pulled up on my man. This ain't staged. This is some shit. This old trailer that he used to use for, or he still can use.
Yeah, so I'm throwing these out. I got custom ones built that I'm gonna convert and put inside of here. AC unit inside, so when I'm towing the dogs behind the RV or the truck, so it keeps the dogs cool.
Man, that's sick. That's dope.
Yes, you are Presa.